Hey, Shalom Akim. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum. All praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the nation of Israel, better known as the Great Millstone. Shalom and salutations as well to all you sincere Akim. This is an old article. Spoke about it at camp, but I never got to really bring the article out. So just wanted to bring it out now. Because it's ongoing. Even though the date is January 13th, it's ongoing. And we're going to get into that. So this, as you can see, this is joe4america.com. California gets 1 trillion gallons in fresh rainwater and tosses it in the ocean. Okay. Liberals have a tendency to do more harm than good, especially when it comes to micromanaging the environment. Every year, California sends full amounts of rainwater out into the ocean. A giant swath of what used to be called the breadbasket of the world is a desert because Sacramento, with the help of Washington, refuses to divert water to the farmland. And I was watching a Nat Geo documentary on California, and 80 and 90% of, I think it was almonds, avocados, strawberries come from the California farmland. Okay, and that was just, to name some and a few, but those are, good health foods, which a lot of them are GMO'd, but, you still have some organics in there. Lord willing, I'll do another sit down on that documentary also. It says they got a lot of water this week, and with the weeks following, all the heavy rains that have been coming, even in Washington. Yet with the constant releasing of extra water out the delta into the ocean, it will not be long before it is all gone. They have saved over 350 billion gallons of water, but are already discussing excuses to release it and lower the water level in the reservoirs. The series of storms already has added 33 billion gallons of water to Lake Tahoe alone. When will Californians wake up and remove the ultra-liberal powerhouse in Sacramento? And, you might be wondering, what does that mean? What are they talking about? Well, basically, when it comes to California, there's three types of areas. You have the Northern Cali, you have Middle Cali, and you have Southern Cali. And the Northern Cali, they don't, you have people. It was weird the way they were explaining it, but not so much. Basically, you have Californians who think that the whole state is responsible for the whole state, and then you have those up north who only care about those in their area and the resources are theirs, basically. So once you get into LA, basically, it's dry as fuck down there, and it is so bad in some places that they have to have their own reservoir tanks outside in their yards, and some people have no water. They have to use bottled water to wash their hands, and that dirty water they save up, and they use the dirty water to flush the toilets. Same thing with washing their dishes. They use the dirty water to do that, and then to take showers, they'll go on Craigslist and spend like $5 to take a shower at a stranger's house. So who knows if they're being, recorded or, camera recorded or what, but that's how bad it is down there. And there's a Mexican lady, so-called Mexican lady, Issacharite, who was saying that, there was more murders and stuff in Mexico, but at least they had water, She was saying that it was better to be in Mexico than to be here in America. Okay. So here's the article you can read, and I'm sure you have while I was speaking, probably read some of it. But just want to get some quick scriptures. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kine or cattle, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. So just, getting to the point that look, man, you're not here in America to prosper, and one part of the reasons why all these while things are getting so bad is because Jake, you're here. Jake is here. Another reason is the Most High is bringing judgment on the whole earth, especially the wicked nation. So there's two things going for it right there. I gotta cut it short right there. My break's over. But Lord willing, I'll like I said, I'll come back with more information and more scriptures. Until next time, Shalom.